Hey guys, C-Love here, back again with some new content. Today, I'm gonna open the DeWalt DWS779 12-inch double bevel compound sliding miter saw and show you some features. Let's get straight to it. So inside of the top of the box, it looks like we have a clamp. These are gonna be your extensions. You're gonna use these to secure your extensions. This is going to be your instruction manual or dust collection bag, and we'll go ahead and open it up, take a look. As you can see, it looks like it's packed pretty well. It comes with some styrofoam right here, keep it from sliding around. Got some foam right here, protect the sliding mechanism. We'll go ahead and get it cleaned up, and I'll finish showing you guys some more features. Also, with my miter saw, I got the stand included. You can see it's the DWX723 miter saw stand. Comes with 2 convertible work support stops and 2 mounting brackets. We'll go ahead and take a look, get it open, see what we've got. So I got the stand set up, and I've had a couple moments to check it out and see kind of what we're dealing with here. As you can see, got your little extender supports over here. Use this little guy right here to secure it to your stand. These 2 knobs on the outside will be used to adjust your height right here, so you can go, up and down. And this little guy slides back and forth. It's kind of neat. This is your mounting bracket for the miter saw. It's got like a dual locking mechanism. I'm gonna put that on here. Your motor side is definitely gonna sit right here. Pretty simple operation. Little hardware pack that came with it. Use this little knob right here to lock your extender in. Pretty easy. All right, so if you notice, there's a square-shaped channel right here in your bracket for your miter saw, and look right here, there's like a square shape close to the head, and your screw. Just feed this baby from the bottom, kind of twist it a little bit, it'll lock in. Follow the instructions in the instruction manual. It's gonna be a washer, a lock washer. And you got your nut. Of course, I'm gonna drop it for my video. Tighten that baby on there, and then you're gonna need a 1/2-inch deep well socket because your screw sticks out just a little bit. Tighten this baby up. And we're all mounted to the brackets. Well, all right, so the brackets for the miter saw are securely attached. It's fairly simple. It hooks onto the front, and it's got like a double locking mechanism right here. That's pretty awesome. I like that a lot. Pretty user friendly. Had a chance to set it up and go over some of the features, and we'll go ahead and take a look here. First thing you need to know is the miter adjustment. Push down with your thumb right here, turn it a little bit, let it go, and it will quicken to one of the many positive stops that are built in already. That's a very convenient feature. I like that a lot. Push this down, it'll lock it in place. Can't go anywhere. Pull it back up, push this down and slide this little guy up, and now it will miter freely. So that's pretty cool. Push it down, release the stress, let that go, lock it back in home. Pretty cool. Here on the safety trigger, there's like a dual safety mechanism. You have to flip this and then pull it to actually give it power. I'm gonna unlock it right here. I'll show you guys how to do that here in a second. Right here you've got your depth set. So you flip this down and you got this little wing nut, this little adjustment screw, and it will make it so you can only go down so far. Flip this up, adjust that as needed, and you can go all the way in. Right here is going to be your blade stop. So you push this in and turn your blade until it stops. Well, this, as you can see, that went in all the way, so it's stopped, and you need to do that to change the blade. I'll show you how to do that in a second here also. Let it go and it'll click back out. Take a look right here. We've got adjustable fence for your crown molding. Just locks into place, slides back and forth, lock into place. Take it all, unscrew this some more, and it'll come out all the way. Let's see here. Move around to the back here. This is your bevel adjustment right here. You turn this knob and you can bevel to the left. Come back to the left a little bit and you pull this out, and then you can bevel to the right. Something I've noticed that's extremely cool are these bevel stops. So move your fence out of the way and you stop. That's 22.5. Move it out of the way, and that looks to be 33 1/3. And I'm gonna go all the way down, make sure everything's out of the way. Of course, get that out of the way. And if you take a look over the top here, I'm looking right here. 45. The second positive stop is right here. The first one is right there. Okay. So we'll go back, lock everything in. No idea what these do right here. There's one on both sides. They click back and forth. Somebody wants to leave me a comment. I have no idea what that does. Coming back up here on the top, I've discovered 2 Slidewalk mechanisms. One is right here, and one is right here. I believe this one to be for when you are, traveling, carrying it, transporting it, and this one is actually for when you're using the saw. So the slide mechanism, the slide mechanism is flawless. It's mega easy. Turn this down, turn this just a little bit, finger tight, and it doesn't go anywhere at all. Just a moment ago I showed you how to unlock the blade. That's going to be right here. You have to push down, release the stress, pull your pin out, and you can go up and down freely as needed. Also a moment ago I showed you the blade lock mechanism. So you push this down on the other side, turn your blade, and it will lock in. Okay. First we need to walk the slide mechanism in first, and then lock your blade in. And right here, if you see this screw right here, you're gonna take this loose, and this will slide back, and then you can access this screw right here, and you'll be able to change your blade as needed. We've got a little clamp right here. You got your flat side. Take a look down in the hole right here. You can see that there's that it's flat inside of here, and so take your flat side. And here, let's see here. Let's take a look down inside of the hole. See it's flat. See it's flat right there. Okay. Slide that baby in there. Turn it around. You can go up and down as needed. Let's see here. Let's take this off so I can show you. Up and down as needed, because this is locked in. This isn't going to come out of there. Up and down as needed right there. Lock that one in. Up and down as needed right here. Very good. Lock this one back into place. Okay, a couple more things to go over here. This looks to be the tool storage. Just put it in here, lock it down. Nice metal clip. It's pretty secure. I like that a lot. Coming over here to the other side, there's a couple screws right here. I'm not sure what those are for yet. Anybody wants to leave me a comment, that'd be awesome. If your miter cuts seem to be off, there's a way you can adjust it. There's a couple screws right, 2 screws on this side, 2 screws on this side. If you take these loose, you can actually slide this back and forth. Mine seems to be right dead on 0. If you check that out, I don't think any adjustment needs to be made. I'm gonna show you how to make sure that you're square here now. So just a speed square. You're gonna unlock your slide back, and you're gonna make sure that you're flat right here on the table, and slide it up to your blade. Okay, and you're looking for any gap right here. Looks like it's good to me, no problem. I like it. That's making sure that your blade is square to the table, and you want to make sure that your table is square to your fence. So use a combination square, and you're looking right here and right here. Make sure there's no gaps. Looks pretty good. Got the dust collection system here. It's just a little bag or whatever. Just clips on the end or whatever. I'll very likely not use that. I'm going to hook mine up to a shop vac instead. Mine came with the 32 tooth, just general purpose blade right here. As you can see, they sell different number of teeth for different applications. I got a spare piece of cedar here. I'm gonna make my very first cut on my new miter saw just for YouTube. Alright. It's pretty smooth. I like it a lot. For those of you who didn't get the stand, there's something else I want to show you. If you look on this side, you can see I've already mounted the little extender for your lumber or whatever. Take a look on this side. You can see the screw is part of the saw already. Comes out the bottom. Just attaches with a little lock washer and a wing nut. And you got a little aluminum piece here that secures it on there. I'll show you real quickly. You want to take a look here. You can see how one side has this little flare and this side doesn't. You look at the instructions, it'll tell you that the flare needs to go towards the front of the saw. Let's put that baby in there. Put that on. Tighten it up. You can see it getting tight. Pretty good. Let's flip it over real quick. So you can see I've got the extenders mounted on there now. I don't know if those are to be used as handles or not. Probably wouldn't recommend it. That about wraps it up. unboxing and feature demonstration of the DeWalt DWS779. As always, I appreciate you guys taking the time to look at what I'm doing here. Leave me a comment, I really appreciate it. Subscribe if you want to be notified about neato new content that I'll be posting in the future. See you soon. Special thanks to my homeboy Rich for his help with the video work.